So Pat, we're looking at the exit area and handling area. You put in a slatted channel?
I put in a floor channel, yeah.
Yeah.
Main reason was the exit of my own parlour. The first maybe 100 feet, roughly. That's where the cows make all their exiting, like, you know. So I said, there's 140 feet from here by the time they get to Ove.
Yeah.
So as you can see, at the other side, there's very little mess at the other side. You know, so, and like at the back of the parlour, there's probably another 60 feet, so there's 200 feet by the time they get to the exit.
Yes.
Of, you was all cut in.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and it's very easy to keep clean. Very easy to keep clean.
Did you use the precast channel or did you cast it in situ?
Cast it in situ, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
right, okay.
Yeah.
So your steelwork then, maybe just where did you buy the steelwork from?
I got it from Donovan's.
Yeah.
Vincent Downey. He was a good help to, they're exceptional. The quality is, it's a bit more expensive, but you pay for what you get.
Yeah, yeah, lasts a long time.
Just the weight of it, like even the quality that's in it, it's all galvanized and everything. It's just, if I was doing it again, I'd do it exactly.
Yeah, very good. I'm just looking at two buttons on the wall there. What are they for?
They're for the drafting system. That if you forget to, well, say if one gets out of you that you didn't realize, you can, it's a manual one, you can just open your drafting system, the gate comes out. Yeah. When she's gone in, then you don't have to open it. When she goes through, she'll read the tag and it won't leave them. They're worked as kind of diagonally. Okay. So it won't open the back gate again until cow has exited out. Right. So you don't really have to press the button, but just for stimulating. Stimulating
so you went for a raised walkway?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're crushed on the side?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you used them much yet? Or you're only
I haven't used it at all.
Yeah,
I had a couple of dry cows that I kept through the year, and I just put one or two of them missing tags before they went to the market. That's the only time I've used them. But okay. I'd say give it a couple of weeks and I'll be using it now. Yeah. Okay.
Again, plenty of space.
Plenty of space, and it's on the roof. Yeah. Which is a major thing. Yeah. Yeah. Like the way that these gates are situated in the centre, and they can work as a backing up gate as well. Right. So when I'll be testing, the cows will probably enter here. Yeah. And you close this gate here like this. So the cows won't have to come up and down through the parlour. Yes. And you can use this gate as coming around after them. Yeah. Now, obviously, that gate will be inside the crush, but yeah. The one thing about it is that the gates,
they connect everywhere.
Yeah.
It's perfect positions.
It's just very, very well done. Yeah. It's very well thought out of. Why on their side I used them. Yeah. Their experience. Yeah. But it's, and like you can close that gate to there, so you'll never have a whole bunch of cows coming against you. Yes. You know, you can just dribble feed them. Yes. Yeah. And there's maybe about 12 cows can go into the crush. Yeah. And the numbers are manageable. I have two anti-backing devices. I just haven't got the time to fit them yet because obviously we're only inside here 2 weeks. Yeah. But it's one of them that you can fit on the back of the crush. Yes. That they won't push the last cow back. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I have them over there as well. Very good. So it's just it works very well. Okay. So in 2 to 3 weeks' time, you'll be busy here. AI season kicks off. Do you do your own AI? Monday the 3rd is the start date.
Right. Okay. So do you do it yourself?
I do it my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it tail paint or what's your?
Tail paint, yeah. Tail paint for the first 3 weeks, and I was 6 miles bull, then that I leave off. Right. So yeah, I'm doing DIY with maybe over 10 years now at this stage. Okay. So in terms of getting your cow, so your drafter is obviously going to play a big part in that. Massive. And where will you AI in the crush, or are you going to go? I have a system here that I can go through it with you. Cows will come down here. They'll exit. They'll exit into this pin here. They'll exit in here. So the reason of the lint to the shed is that the cow, when the cows are exited in here, she'll follow the rest of the cows will walk here, so she'll follow them down to here. Yeah. So I'll have maybe, what would you have, maybe 10 cows, maybe 15 cows any one day. Yeah. So when you have the 15 cows in, I'll use this gate. Oh, things could be a bit tidier, but we will in time. And you bring 6 cows up.
Yes.
So you'll have it safe. Bring your cow here. I'll have my wheelbarrow nuts, just throw a small bit of meal in the front.
Yeah.
They'll all lock.
Yeah.
I'll inseminate my 6 cows. When the 6 cows are done, open my gate, unlock the barrier,
Yeah.
and out they go.
Yeah.
You close it again, and you're safe. They're locked. The cows that are here can't come up against you.
Yes.
So you go, and even this small little gate, you don't have to open that small gate. That'll be on separating the cows. The cows will be eating a ration, whatever it is there.
Yeah.
You can go up and get your straws, come back up again.
Yeah. And you've good control.
Set the next, open your gate again, let in the next 6 cows, and the same procedure again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, obviously, if the old system above, the cows numbers have risen, like they've gone up maybe 15 or 20 this year. So, in any one day above, I never had maybe 10, 15 would be the most you would have in any one day, and you wouldn't have that for maybe 2 or 3 days. So, as the numbers are going to go up, obviously that's going to increase as well with it, like so. And with fertility, it's obviously going to increase. So, at least you have the scope here to do that now.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And it's safe,
Yeah.
which is the main thing.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
No, it's good. So maybe after the exit, then I see you have a footpath.
Yes, I have a footbath. With the Alfco system, you can footbath in like when there's 140 cows and as numbers will be going up, the solution will be well diluted by the 140 cows. So you can have 3 different or 4 different segments, like you could have maybe 50s, and you can pin your cows here and leave them out. So they'll draft the cows that will be footbathed, and you can leave them out. And as you come out here, obviously that gate will be closed. You can leave them out here. And again, close that to here. And you leave your 50 cows. So volume hose will fill it.
Yes.
So that's in the part of being done.
Right.
So cows will exit, and your solution will be good enough for 50 cows in.
Okay, very good.
What the numbers are, I haven't really heard about it yet. But
Some people debate whether to have the footpath in the main exit or constantly, you know, that it's always there.
Yes.
And some people like to have it diverted off here to the side, like what you have here.
Again,
It's early days yet, maybe, I suppose.
totally, but I didn't like the fact of them going through it all the time. I don't know. It's kind of raised. It was one that we kind of built specially. Well, we bought specially for it. But I wouldn't see any main difference in it because cows are so used. The first evening we were milking here, the cows were obviously it was well into the breeding, well into the calving season was all over. There was only about 4 or 5 cows left to calf. But the cows exited no problem.
Yeah.
Absolutely no problem.
Yeah.
Get them in. It was a small bit the first night, but that was
Yeah.
expectable because it was all shiny and clean. But as exit, there is no problem. Once the first one goes, I'd have no problem with it.
Yeah. But even in general, like cows seem to exit single file very well. One is nearly pushing down the other.
Totally. And
they don't congregate.
They don't. Now, as we go down along the line, we have another one of them. Actually, you can see them here, look. The non-return gates from Donovan's as well.
Yeah. You'll put that on the main exit as well, will you?
I'll put that on the main exit as well.
Yeah.
But I just haven't got the chance of doing it now.
Yeah, good.
But the cows are going to grass in it, so there's no chance.
Yeah.
When things come now that they're going to go back into that shed, I'll put a non-exit.
Yeah.
You'll have some cows that want to come back up again for ration or whatever like that.
Yeah. So you're 2 weeks into milking. Say it's very early. What's the biggest change or the biggest positive change that you see for you? Is it less time in the parlour, or you're home to your family quicker in the evening?
That's a major thing too. It's all of the above. Like it wasn't. It couldn't carry on because we'll be 4.5 hours a day inside the parlour. So it has made a massive time difference. I could probably get an extra hour sleep a night, an extra night's sleep a week. But at the same time, I milk every morning at 6 o'clock. I still milk and I finish for maybe 7:30, 8:15. I can take lads to school.
Right.
There's no stress. There's no rushing. There's no.
Yes.
Cows are a lot more comfortable. Now, obviously, there's the teething problems. There's going to be. They have to get used to it as much as I have to get used to it. But after the first morning, it was perfect.
Yeah.
You know, the first evening was a bit trying to get cows in, but they've taken to it like a duck to water.
Yeah.
I have it too. If I had to say anything, time has made a big difference, but cow comfort is massive too.
Yeah.
Like there was times there that you would stand inside the back of the parlour and you would say, "Please let there be 3 rows of cows left, not 5." And 9 times out of 10, it was the 5, like, you know.
Yes.
But now you stand inside the back of the parlour and you're looking back, and next thing you see, Jesus Christ, there's only one row of cows left.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
there's great sweeping in 20 cows.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, there's never any pressure inside the parlour.
Yes.
Plus the removers have taken a lot of that heat off it. Like,
yes.
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah. And say, looking back now, and you obviously have no regrets. Maybe just in terms of the design service and what Simon would have done. Was it maybe the various options, or was it the management of the levels that you would have seen the big help on?
I couldn't but praise. Everything went through. Like, the detail that was in the plans for pricing, for everything. But even the details of the plan, you could actually picture it before you went through it. There was no hard sell. I was given plenty of time. You know, and the general scale of things, it's less than 1% of what the cost of the job is. And the amount of information you build from that. If I was doing it again, it's no-brainer, I'd have to go. And there's a couple of guys that have asked me, and I've done the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're flying blind if you don't take this on.
Yeah, yeah. There's too many unknowns.
There's too many unknowns, and it ticks off a lot of questions. There's some things you'll change, but I change very, very, very little after this now. Very, very little. It has worked very, very well for me. A lot of thought went into it, but a lot of time and effort into it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 And like it's a lot of people I find at the moment, you know, it's a big investment, but you're trying to future-proof it for the next 20, 30 years. It is one big spend now, and everyone obviously is hoping that this will do it for a long time.
For the next generation coming up, if you're going to entice the next generation coming up, they're not going to be wanting to be going at it if you're spending 4 or 5 hours above inside the yard.
Yeah.
They're not going to want to do that.
No.
But I wouldn't change it from the way it is.
Yeah.
I was very happy with the way it was going.
Yeah, great. Yeah. That's great, Pat, and thanks for your time.
No problem.
And wish you the very best.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.